This is the Stockwell Eldridge Show, giving you the real-time information you need to make educated decisions about buying and selling in the world-renowned Twin Cities. Now your hosts and real estate experts, Jason Stockwell and Don Eldridge.
Good morning, Twin Cities. Happy Sunday to you all. Jason Stockwell is on a well-deserved vacation with his family, and I hope we truly miss him, and we hope that he's having a very, very good time.
I'm sure he's checking in on YouTube, though.
Oh, yep.
Right.
Sorry about that.
Oh, he's checking in on YouTube with us, right?
There we go. Now I got you.
He's watching us, yes.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, sorry, couldn't hear me.
Sign language. All right.
Check.
Here we go again. All right, I'm Dawn Eldridge with RE/MAX Results.
And I'm Casey Thrash with the Eldridge and Stockwell team of RE/MAX Results.
Oh, Stephanie Havel, Wells Fargo Mortgage. Good morning.
Today we have a great and very special guest with us today. Her name is Tashana Bennett, and she is with Evolve. And I love her quote that is on her card. We've all been talking about it before we went on air today. One action is better than 1,000 good intentions. Really, really cool. We're going to start off with our market update, and then we're going to get into who Tashana is and what she's about. It's very exciting. So the market right now, believe it or not, we're up 2.1% in new listings, which I'm blown away by. I feel like things are pretty quiet on that front.
I feel like it's quiet. I feel like we personally, at least on the team, have seen an uptick in listings in the past couple weeks. But at the same time, it's still really quiet. It's slow. Things aren't moving as fast as they necessarily do in the summer. But if, you come on and your home is desirable and priced right, then
things are moving still.
Things are going to
Buyers
get
are out
done.
there.
Yeah.
Well, and I think with the parade of homes, just coming off of the parade of homes and everything like that, hopefully that generates some excitement and, people out there looking at seeing what's available and everything like that.
Yep, we've been at the Parade of Homes for the past 4 weeks. I have spent a lot of time in Roseville. We are there today is our last day. We'll be in Roseville if you want to come take a look at our townhomes. It's 675 Cope Avenue West. Diane will be there from 12 to 6.
Yes, the fabulous Diane Eldridge. Go and get her autograph and buy a house.
Well, and that brings up a good point. You talk about listings. I was at an event on Monday, and, just talking about, really, do we have an inventory shortage? Because the data, and I'm sure you guys know this as well, and I've heard you and Jason talk about with the baby boomers, and that's probably who a majority of are listening to us right now, they're looking at going into assisted living or
maintenance-free homes.
Yeah,
exactly
one-level
what
living.
Roseville Garden Station is, is a one-level living with all the amenities taken care of. And so we're going to start to see more homes come on the market because they're realizing, okay, we're not going to be able to stay in this home. It's too much. The upkeep, the yard, the roof. The kids don't have the time. The kids don't want to buy the house. No offense to the parents, but same thing. I mean, I just think as a society, kind of, we're going more. I talk about all the time how I love living in my townhome. I don't have to cut my grass. I'm a single person. My patio is perfect for me. I'm not shoveling, cutting my grass. They just power wash the side of my house, the windows, everything, roofing, siding, everything is taken care of. So,
well, I was talking about that today with a good friend of mine about the house that I'm in is the one story, and it's perfect. I've got laundry up, everything's on the main floor. All I might need to do are put in some ramps at some point, but I don't ever want to move, and hopefully I don't have to. My parents they have a cabin up north, and they are doing all of new landscaping geared towards their older years, which my parents are young. They're like 20.
Because Diane is listening now, so be careful when you're talking about Diane. Because
she's a young woman.
She is, and they're very active and they're very fit. I mean, they're still planning ahead, which is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. I had someone in the open last week, and he was talking about how he lives in a townhome now. And when you're starting to think about downsizing or moving to that maintenance-free, living, one-level living, it takes a long time to get ready for that. You have a lifetime of things and memories in your home. So starting to plan 2 to 3 years out is what we are seeing from people.
Some people may need 5 or 10 years.
Exactly. It takes a long time to try to transition from being able to take care of yourself and take care of everything to accepting that you are going to have to one day maybe not be able to do all of that. But we had a gentleman in last week, and he was telling me he lives in a 3-story townhome. He's like, I do the laundry in the basement. I think I forget something upstairs. I have to go all the way upstairs. He rides his bike. He takes runs. He still plays soccer. Like, all of this stuff. I was amazed at how active he is, but yet still it makes sense for him to live in that one level living. And that's what we're going to see in the next couple of years, people transitioning and probably an influx of homes coming on the market.
Right. Well, and it's what we've talked about so many times in the show before too, is preparation. And from the lending side at Wells Fargo, we're always telling our customers, get prepared. Even if you're thinking maybe, okay, you don't want to buy in the spring. This is your kids last year in the grade school. So we're going to stay here till the spring, and then we'll move next fall or summer when the kids move. So get prepared now, get your financing in order, find out what the payments are going to be. And then again, you can kind of start looking at some of these homes. I know you guys probably have insight to a lot of homes that may be coming on the market. I mean, you're working with those baby boomers, or Casey, you mentioned, all that time you're spending at Roseville Garden Station, you're probably seeing a lot of people who are ready.
Yeah.
And those are the boomers who are ready to move out of their houses. So you're getting insight on, those potential listings coming on the market. So absolutely get prepared.
Yep, I've got a pocket full of listings that aren't coming on until spring, and they're just getting ready. Everything's getting ready. They're trying to find something, but they can't, and so that's the other reason why they're delaying until spring. I even had a call from someone that was 2 years out, and we went over to their house, and we analyzed it and let them know what they could do over the next 2 years to improve their home. Now, in 2 years, we don't know what the market's going to be doing, so we told them what it would be worth today. But in 2 years, one could only hope that things are still stable.
And that's the thing, is that it takes time. There's a lot of people who they live in their homes. Maybe they've been there 5 years or so. The average is people moving every 5 to 7 years right now. But there are a lot of those baby boomers who have lived in their homes for 20, 30, 40 years. We've had just a ton of clients who have been doing that lately. They've been in their home for longer than I've been alive, and they're ready to move. And that you have to prepare your home. And that's where Dawn and Jason come in, and they can come in and tell you what you need to do to your home over the next 6 months, year, to prepare and transition.
Well, and one thing, I talk about it once in a while. I keep thinking I have to have them as a guest on our show as our renovation specialist. So, with that, when you're out looking at homes, because we're still seeing a lot of buyers coming in to get pre-approved. We are not slowing down. So kudos to all of you out there who are listening and taking our advice and getting pre-approved. But just, on that note, Wells Fargo has a great program, our 203K, and you can purchase a home and we can incorporate all the renovations right in the purchase of the home. So maybe it is that baby boomer home. They don't have the money to, they've got to fix up the cabinets and the carpets because they've lived there for a while. Well, with the renovation financing loan, you can change anything. You can add a bedroom. You can change the countertops, the window treatments, the paint, flooring, whatever it is. We can add all of that in there. So make sure you're asking about that. When you're going out looking, a lot of times we've talked about location or, maybe it has that great curb appeal, but the guts, or it's in the school district that you want. It's in the neighborhood you want, but it just doesn't have the guts. And so we can offer financing for that. And then also our first mortgage program. Again, we're the only lender that has a 3% down conventional product. And I know I get calls all the time and everybody's saying, oh, well, my lender has it. Yes, there are other 3% mortgage programs out there. However, the one, Wells Fargo, Your First Mortgage, there is no income limit restriction. So a lot of times on these low down payment programs, you can't exceed the area median income. We've taken that away. So if you make, $500,000 a year, you can still qualify for the 3% down program. Wow. You also do not have to be a first-time home buyer. So these baby boomers, they want to save a little bit more of their money, put the 3% down. That's all you need to do. So it's really a great program. If you stop in or you can call me and I'll get you connected with a loan officer and ask about that 3% conventional. I know we talk sometimes we don't want to ditch the FHA or the government programs, FHA or VA, because those are great programs. But conventional is just a little bit easier as far as financing goes, appraisals go, and so forth. So my number is 940-7335. It's stephaniehavel.com.
And if you want to get in touch with any of us, you can reach us at 651-400-0773 if you have questions about the show, if you have questions about upcoming shows. Next week, we are going to have Nate Nelson on. If you have questions, you can email us. Go to our Facebook site at Stockwell and Eldridge radio show, and you can find us there. You can send us a private message and ask questions about LLCs, wills, or estate planning. That's what next week's show is going to be about.
You can also, in our Facebook page, or not our Facebook page, in our newly revamped website.
Yay!
Go visit it. tcrealestatehour.com. There is a Contact Us tab. Just click in there. Ask us your question, whether it's show-related, real estate-related, anything. We will always get back to you right away. And yeah, you can see old shows there. You can podcasts, Stephanie's information, our information. It's just a plethora of information.
And you can also, if you email us questions for Nate, we'll make sure that if obviously reasonable questions, I should preface that, shouldn't I?
Right.
They will be answered on air. So we're going to start having people send in questions. If you have questions for Stephanie, please email, or questions for Jason or I or Casey, please email us. We are happy to read them on air. I think it's going to be something really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to start doing.
And we do. And I think we all love talking about our jobs. I mean, I'm always, got my Wells Fargo jacket on, and wherever I go, I get people asking me questions all the time. And, when I tell them in mortgage, it is, it's where are rates at? What would a payment be about on that kind of house and so forth? So love answering those questions. I have a team of 14 loan officers that I manage across the Twin City metro area. So doesn't matter where you're buying or where you're selling. We can answer those questions for you. Of course, all of our Wells Fargo banks have mortgage loan officers in them as well. So,
and I've got to tell you, Stephanie's team, they are amazing. They are top notch. They know their stuff. They're on their game. I highly recommend them. I've been an agent 13 years, and it's very, very hard to find really good lenders, and Stephanie's team is amazing.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we have, and again, we take pride in, the training and all the resources that we have for our team members. So, great. And Tashana, you're so quiet over here.
I know. That's what I was going to say. Tashana is here. We've just been gabbing too much, but it's all good.
Feel free to always chime in. I know it's not easy with all of us here. But,
I just love listening to your passion.
Yeah. Well, good. Then we'll get to hear your passions in a little bit then, right?
Yeah. Tashana Bennett will be in the house when we get back. I'm Dawn Eldridge, RE/MAX Results.
Casey Thrash, the Eldridge and Stockwell team of RE/MAX Results.
And Stephanie Havel, Wells Fargo Home Mortgage.
We'll be right back.